Alrighty, folks. Hello and welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. The Summer Bracket Challenge rolls on. We have some pretty strong matchups. Uh, all right. Next up, possibly the most anticipated matchup of the entire bracket, possibly the most difficult matchup of the entire bracket. It's Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo versus namesake R9 Ronaldo Nazario.
Oh man, how much time you got?
Uh,
I don't have an answer for this one. I don't either.
Yeah,
they did it. Oh
yeah.
no.
Now
The
and now the
bracket
bracket
gods.
gods are laughing at us for a
The
different reason.
bracket gods are so mean. I'm gonna pull a Lewis card here. I'm gonna go with recency bias. I'm gonna go CR7, baby.
Ay, oh, oh, oh my goodness. Is there anything you can think of, or is it just? Is there anything that you can?
It's
Is it because he's hit so many free kicks? Like what?
it's
What
so
differentiates him?
here. Hang on one second, the puppy.
I mean, for me, like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about the World Cup. I'm thinking about
Thank
I'm
you.
thinking about playing in a World Cup final with a bum leg.
Sorry. So here's it for me, right? While I hate to do this to him and be the only reason, it's the injury for me. CR7 has taken care of himself and has won everything at such a high level. While he took a knock, it did not take him completely out of his level of game.
I think he sat out a final. He sat out
Euro,
the
The
Euro
Euro,
final
right?
that they won.
That they won.
but he coached on the sideline.
He did coach. He did
Like he
coach
was
that
there,
game.
there.
He was there. Yeah.
But no, it's Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo did it. He's our. I mean, like to me, he's our MJ. Like that's our era of. That's the best player that we have in this generation. Like you can make an argument for Messi, sure. I'm feeling Ronaldo over Messi every day of the week, only because I think Ronaldo is a better physical. He's built for this game. He's the exact height he needs to be. He's the exact weight he needs to be. He's as fast as he needs to be. Prime Cristiano Ronaldo. I would say like first 2 years at Madrid or last year at Manchester United. Dude's a dog. He has foot like R9 has goal scoring abilities, and he's a poacher. He can do a little bit of everything. He's got the field. He's got the body size. To me, Cristiano had worked for every bit of skill he had and showcased it every chance he got, and that to me just that X factor that Cristiano can bring to a man hit one of the greatest goals I've ever seen in my life in a final. Like that or sorry, it might have been a semifinal. That bicycle kick he hits against Juve is beyond like have you tried that in one of the biggest moments of your season and you're gonna try and you're pulling that out of the hat? Just bro, again, that stank face you made, like that's the
Yeah.
dirtiest. Like when I think of the greatest goal ever, Cristiano Ronaldo has that in my book. That's why like I'm a little bit biased here. That bicycle kick, the do you know how high that man had to jump to even get to that ball and then much less flip himself over to bang it top 90? And the way he came back against Atletico in the Rio and Champions League, I mean, he's Mr. Champions League. How many Champions Leagues does Cristiano Ronaldo own?
All of them.
This is his tournament, man. If it's a Champions League final, I'm going with CR7, and that's my case.
Oh man, yeah. I understand. I definitely get that. I don't know, man. That '02 World Cup. That 02 World Cup, man. He yeah. Still doesn't win the Golden Ball. Scores like 7 goals. Has a
Pulls an
crazy
Mbappe.
tournament.
Yeah.
And a goalkeeper wins the Golden Ball over him. Even though he beat that goalkeeper in the final of the tournament with a goal in the final of the World Cup, I would say. I mean, man played everywhere. Played for Madrid, played for Barca, played for Milan, played for Inter. Like he played for all of them. Did it
Oh,
everywhere.
he's a definite merchant. Like my man.
But I mean, it was a different game for sure. Different game back then. And as far as your point about taking care of his body, like they 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 smoked and drank and
Partied.
like
They were Brazilian, bro.
right before the game and stuff.
They
like,
were Brazilian.
yeah, dude,
They had like
they'd roll into the locker room 10 minutes before the game, still drunk, and then go out and just destroy.
dog walk people, right?
Absolutely, just
Right.
wreck, man. Ronaldo Nazario was special, man. He was. He's got. I mean, he's definitely got the X factor. He's got the.
Oh, 100%.
He's got that. We got to watch out for this guy today. I don't think we're gonna be able to handle this guy today.
No, you
But
can't let him get the ball, right?
as
He's gonna
much
turn on you and
as much as I loved R9, as much as I loved watching him play, and as much as I loved seeing him beat Germany in that World Cup, I gotta go Cristiano as well.
my man.
I mean, he's just.
Bro.
I've just never seen some of the things I've seen him do, man. He's just.
He's my goat.
He's just over and over and over and over again. He's got what stat do you want? He's got it. What metric do you want to measure this by? He's got your goals. He's got your bicycle kicks. He's got your hat tricks. He's got your free kick goals.
Hang on, is it
He's
him
got
or
your long
Messi?
distance goals.
Is it him or Messi that has scored in every minute possible in the game?
I think they both have.
Have they both done
I
it
think
now?
they both have. Yeah.
Dude, like that's so
I just
stupid.
like Ronaldo's. I know he's not done it in the World Cup, but R9 is for Brazil. Played for Brazil, who are the greatest nation in the World Cup. Cristiano's working with Portugal. So
he had Nani and Pepe on his team. Like those were the other guys.
He was playing with Ricardo Quaresma. Like, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Ronaldo's got Ronnie and Rivaldo and Roberto Carlos and Cafu and Gilberto Silva and just legends, So I think, and it's like by a nose hair.
It's hair.
There's nothing to separate them, but I also am going Cristiano. It's like making you pick one of your children, isn't it?
Almost.
Lewis, you look like you still haven't gotten any closer.
It's because as soon as I make a point for one, I'm like, but because like the argument is more than statistics, right? It's also more than like career accolades. So I mean, because you can say, okay, because Ronaldo has CR7 has more everything than R9, period. But he's also played longer. And R9 has the World Cup. It's literally the only thing that he has that CR7 doesn't have. And I mean, it was sort of I thought of the Danny Alves sort of thing for R9, but that's not true because R9 is not Danny Alves. R9 was R9. So you can't use that same argument, which makes it harder because it was easier to eliminate him because you're like, well, but it's R9. And you got Cristiano now. So what I'm going to use as my metric, because I just made my decision just now. I just made it just now. Is while we can't control the body we will put in and the natural skill that we have, we can't control. It can only be harnessed. and practiced and sort of molded into what we want. And R9 was a gifted guy. I mean, he everything. But if he had taken care of himself, he could have done it longer. Because CR7 just scored a goal today to push his team forward. And I look at that and I say, if I stick CR7 in that Brazil team, what does he win? They win all of them.
Oh yeah.
They win all of them. They win every single one of them. He's in the team.
Oh yeah.
They went. I mean, Brazil sweeps every.
If
Neymar would
Ronaldo
be
could have
licking
just
his
been,
boots.
if
Neymar
Ronaldo
would
could
be
have just,
licking man's boots.
oh dude, if Ronaldo could have just been born 60 miles to the east, sorry, 60 miles to the east in Spain.
Spain
Oh
would
my
be a
God.
dynasty. Spain would still be a dynasty. Spain would still be on top of the world.
Like he missed it, like this much, buddy. Like you
Why
almost got
couldn't
it
he
right.
have been born in Chicago?
And he's
Because he'd be playing. Because he'd be playing baseball
playing
or
hockey.
he'd be
But-
playing
but-
hockey.
But it's the watching CR7 hone that craft
Yeah.
to become who he was at United. I mean, there's a Ballon d'Or winner there, and he wasn't even good yet. Like, think about that. He won it and wasn't even good like himself yet. And he wasn't even close to who he was. And the guy, his peak, like the only way there's any argument for him not being the best is you talk about, him being born to the west of where he was born. If Lionel Messi doesn't exist, the entire soccer 15 years of him is his. He
Yep.
wins everything.
Yep.
Everything.
He probably has 10, 11 Ballon d'Ors.
Easy.
If Messi, he's got all of Messi's 7 Ballon d'Ors in his tally.
And there's at least one of them he didn't win that he probably should have. So
Easy.
it feels like blasphemy to not pick R9, and this is not recency bias. This is me, because I was looking, I had to look. I'm like, there's no way. So I had to look, and you have to find something as your X factor to separate it. And it's CR7, man.
All day.
What you telling me,
I
Patrick?
can't say all day. I can't say that part.
Can't say all day, no.
But I can say it's CR7.
I can say for my Champions League final tomorrow.
Right.
Yes, for today, for this moment, is CR7.
What'd you think, Patrick?
I'm still struggling with this one. So I a little bit more vivid memory of Ronaldo or CR9 because or CR7, sorry, because I watched him play for Real Madrid and of course United recently. All I really remember with CR9 is or R9, sorry, is his late goals in Germany. But if I remember correctly, in the 2002 World Cup final, he scores 2 goals to beat Germany and Oliver Kahn, which some would argue might be the greatest German goalkeeper ever. When it comes down to situations like this is where I struggle with strikers versus midfielders. And I got into an argument the other day with somebody about Mbappe versus Holland. And it's kind of the same mindset here. Mbappe creates for other people, but he can also create his own goals. What you see with Ronaldo is more of him getting service. So if he's not getting service, he's not going to score. Unlike CR7, who can go and create goals, can do it off of free kicks, who can do it off of corners where he's, jumping 12 feet in the air and scoring. everybody that I know who's followed soccer, football for a long time always said there's the original and Ronaldo, and then there's CR7. And I totally understand it, because with what R9 did, it was different. I mean, I'm looking at some of these goals that he scored in a World Cup, and it's like, man, this dude was on another level.
It's Brazilian.
He's Brazilian, exactly.
100% just made the definition. That's how Brazilians play. Like that's.
Yeah, but it makes me come back to CR7 can create his own chances. And I think that makes him stand out above an incredible goal scorer in R9. And honestly, this was a lot harder than it sounds, because I'm sitting here and reading stats and this, that, and the other, and both goal scoring records are insane. But as you said, if he goes to Spain, they win probably 3 World Cups. They're on a dynasty. If since he was Portuguese, he could have actually probably played for Brazil if he wanted to.
Imagine if he was English.
They might have actually won something.
Sir Alex really messed up on that. When Sir Alex got knighted, he should have said, "And I want Cristiano Ronaldo to be an official English citizen."
Should have got citizenship.
Should have got my man citizenship. Sir Alex, you messed up on that one, my man.
But I mean, truthfully, it comes down to it for me. He has to have service in terms of R9. CR7 creates his own service. And that to me is the difference maker. It's the complete player. I know we're focused on Champions Leagues, and that's CR7's thing. There's no question when he gets in a Champions League final, you're expecting him to perform and probably win in the process. So I would go CR7, even though it hurts. I mean, it really does, because
I mean, how do you drop Ronaldo?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the only case you would do it. Like, this is one of the only few cases.
There's a very, 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 very short list.
Right.
A tiny
and it's
list.
debatable on that list. Like,
and you can argue, and no one's gonna fault you for arguing about that list.
Right.
So there you have it. With tears in our eyes, we've all chosen Cristiano.